Welcome back to our final search for the cars from Chop Shop London Garage. This time we are going to be looking for the Flame Racer, which was built from a MGB GT, and also the very first car that they built on London Garage, which was Sumo 2, which was built from a BMW 325i. Stick with us and find out how we got on trying to track them down. So first up, Flame Racer, and this program first aired on the 26th of November 2007. And as I already mentioned, this was built from a rubber bumper model MGB GT, where effectively they cut the roof off, put on some wheel spacers and alloy wheels, did some body mods, and off they went. I know it was a bit more in depth than that. But the concept behind this car was to enter it in the 2007 Brighton Speed Trials, which is effectively a drag race type setup sprint, I suppose, along the front of Brighton Seafront. Now, as we could see on the side of the car, it had a big number 79 on it, and because I'm such a nerd, I decided to see what I could find out about that entry. And if you remember from the programme, Leepu wasn't able to achieve his National A licence, which he needed to enter that event. So when you look at number 79, it's actually entered by a chap called Martin Pesta. It shows him in an MGB GT, so that all ties in. But just to make sure, I tracked Martin down and had a quick chat with him, and he said basically the situation was he had a Sunbeam Tiger which he would normally enter in the event, but unfortunately it wasn't together enough for him to do it, so they asked him if he'd drive the Flame Racer. He did admit he had a few reservations regarding the wheel spacers.
The only thing I'm not 100% about is if the wheel spacers pass the scrutineers.
And apparently on the first launch he actually blew the baffles out of the exhaust, but otherwise it was him that actually put the times in the car, and I think the best time of the day was an 18.38 seconds. So yes, it did run at Brighton Speed Trials, and I believe Leepu did do like an unofficial run at the end so they could actually see him driving the car. Now I have also found a picture here by Mel FW, who took this nice high level shot, and you can see the whole team there at Brighton Speed Trials around the car. So yeah, it was definitely there. Well, I've got a reg number for this one. It was HKX734T, and we go initially to DVLA on a normal vehicle check. It doesn't come up, which is not a good sign normally, but it is on the MOT record side, and as we can see, it had a quite significant failure in October 2006. Quite a lot going on with excessive corrosion and with emissions, and this was probably the point where, as a normal MGB GT, it was taken off the road. We then go over to my car check, and we can see there's no record of it being scrapped or written off or anything like that, so hopefully that might suggest it's still about. And there was a change of keeper on the 7th of April 2007. At the same time, the private plate that was on it, which is COO71T, was removed. And this ties in with the timeline for Chop Shop, because the program went out in that November, the speed trial was in the September, so that all fits nicely as to when Chop Shop would have bought that car. After the show, haven't got an awful lot, I'm afraid, on that one. It had another MOT in June 2008. It did fail initially on a few minor items and then passed. It then had that MOT expire in June 2009 and has not subsequently been presented for another MOT. There is a thing with this, because it's on my car check and MOT history but not on DVLA, I have a suspicion that DVLA are sitting on the V5 for that one until they know whether or not this car has been modified, which it obviously has. Some kind of alert may have been put up when it went in for MOT, or it may have come to light, someone's decided to do some research. So I think that's why it's not showing as a registered number plate at the moment. So DVLA won't issue it until they know more what's going on. So it could have been scrapped, it could still be out there. That's all I know at the moment. If you know more, please do let us know. So on to the last car of this epic Chop Shop London Garage search that we've been doing. And ironically, our last car is Leepu and Bernie's first car. It was Sumo 2, and this was built from a BMW 325i, and this program first aired in November 2007. Now, we have a registration number for this car, which is always a good start. It was J218LEJ. And if we do a My Car check on this one, the first thing that flashes and catches my eye is the fact it's had a write-off status put against it back in May 2004, where it was a Category C write-off. Now, before it came to the show, it had MOT, had an MOT in September 2006, and I believe this car was worked on in the early part of 2007, because before the show even aired, I found this record of it being sold through Coy's Auctioneers in May 2007. It was estimated between £9,000 and £12,000, and actually including fees made £11,409. Now, a few months later, in the October, it got MOT not once but twice. I have no explanation as to why. It only done 24 miles between the MOTs. They were both straightforward passes. No idea. So that takes it to the end of 07. Early February 2008, there's a post on the RMS forum, which is mainly Northern Ireland based, with a link to the eBay sale of this car. Now, I can't actually get to the original listing, but I believe these pics are from that sale. I assume it changed hands at some point around then. In the March, not much later, of 2009, it had an MOT pass. And then in the April, it had a plate change, which also reinforces the thought that it's probably had a change of owner at that point. And the number plate on it was A10 UUD, so I guess that's allowed, and probably knowing Leepu, that was probably a loud car as well. And then a couple of months later, in June 2009, it then has another sale, or another advert, sorry, in Piston Heads, and in the forums it links to the classified ads, and it's up for sale for £6,495, and it's up then in the northwest of England in Manchester. And this doesn't appear to have generated a sale that quickly from what I can work out, because in early 2010 on the 300ZX forums, yes, I do cover all corners of the internet looking for information on these cars, there was a sort of discussion point around the fact that this car had sold in the February of 2010 for £8,000, but it looked like the winning bidder, by the feedback they left, had not completed the sale, because they were moaning about the fact that it had wheel spacers. It was a chop shop car, of course it's got wheel spacers. It got cracked paint and the dashboard was in a poor state, and so that didn't complete the sale. And it looks like in the March it did sell for £5,000 through eBay, and the reason I believe that is on the 12th of March 2010 there was a change of keeper, and that is the last change of keeper we have for that car. A year later it comes around for another MOT in March 2011, straightforward pass, nothing much to see there. It then had another MOT on 30th even of August 2012, where it passed after a minor fail, but interestingly it also lost about 60,000 miles off the mileometer recording. So don't know if a new set of clocks have been put in there or what had happened, but it's definitely had some kind of haircut. And around the same time as this MOT, on the Chop Shop Facebook page, Nikki Artek Gower posted this picture to show it parked outside what looks like a workshop. So car was definitely around and about then. And then the next bit of activity we can find is in June 2015, when again it had a few minor fails at MOT, but then passed again quickly afterwards. And then it all goes a bit quiet until the 4th of December 2024. Sumo 2 is back. It's had a fresh MOT, I think it passed first time, and rough fag packet calculations, it's done about 10,000 miles since the build on the show. And the other interesting thing, 10 days later, 14th of December, it had the A10 UUD plate removed, and it's gone back to its original J218 plate. I've got a suspicion here that I think this car might be coming to market. It's been off the road for a while, now been recommissioned, MOT'd, and had a private plate removed. I've got a funny feeling we might see this one up for sale, so I'm going to keep my eyes peeled, and hopefully you guys will as well, and let us know if you come across it. That brings to a close our initial search for all these cars. We've had so much information coming on these after we put videos out. It's been absolutely brilliant, and thanks to one and all that have contributed. I'm going to do another video rounding up exactly what we know about each car in a very brief summary, but also adding all this additional info that's come in since the videos were originally released. So please keep tuned for that one. And of course, we've got our interview, hopefully, fingers crossed, coming up with Bernie in early 2025. As ever, guys, thank you so much for watching.